الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا ومن سيئات اعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. اما بعد فقد قال الله تعالى في القران المجيد والفرقان الحميد اعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا ايها الذين امنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن الا وانتم مسلمون. صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله الكريم وعلى ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Last week or previously we had discussed the importance of how to overcome crisis. And one of the things that we have to realize that Shaytan has a ploy, and his ploy is to bring us down. He is to sort of remind us continuously that look, you are going through social problems right now, and it is because of your financial situation you are going through it. So what I think you should do, Shaytan will say, well, let go of your wife, let go of your husband, or sort of look for someone else out there that can sort of sustain you in a better manner. Or Shaytan will say things like, well, you know what, turnout is bad in business, you are not making as much money, why don't you do something in haste, or go to the bank, take a loan, things will just change you once you do all those type of things. The Quran clearly states this is the ploy of Shaytan. His ploy is to bring you down. His ploy is to hurt you. His ploy is to make it such that you are never able to appreciate the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Also we discussed very briefly, as far as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is concerned, وَاللَّهُ يَعِدُكُمْ مَغْفِرَةً مِنْهُ وَفَضْلًا. Allah is promising you and I forgiveness despite us trespassing the boundaries of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And not only that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, not only will I forgive you, but I will make it such that I will extend my vast treasures upon you. If you are amongst those individuals that is wishing and willing to change his or her life for the best. Today, I'd like to continue on that topic, but from a slightly different angle. And today I would like to talk to you a little about how you can overcome crisis despite you at times having seemingly limitations upon yourself and your family. The hadith of Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Badiru bil a'mal as-salihah." Hasten, take an active part in going towards good deeds. One of the ways we can become active in doing good things is by understanding the value of our life. When you and I let go of the value that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed upon us, the responsibility He has placed upon us, and when we let go of the value of our existence, when we let go of the understanding as to why we were created, then my dear respected Muslim brothers in Islam, we lose purpose to life. There was a research that came out, and I'm sure you all are familiar regarding this research. You know, as people age, sometimes they become despondent. You've also heard of cases wherein a man may pass away at the age of, let's say, 65. In today's time, that's relatively a young age, but regardless, he may pass away. The wife may be 55, and she may be highly active. But as a result of her husband passing away, as a result of people not giving her the necessary emotional support, what do you think happens to her? Sometimes such an individual begins to deteriorate. She begins to erode. She becomes despondent. She has lost the luster of life. She begins to grieve. And as a result, within a short period of time, you see her entire life withering away. That is why sometimes you'll see one spouse passing away, and very shortly thereafter, the next one follows and also departs. The point here is, when a person loses value for life, loses purpose of their existence, they sometimes erode the value and the responsibility that has been placed upon them. That is why the hadith of Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, hasten towards good deeds. It doesn't say hasten towards good deeds when you are prosperous. Or for that matter, hasten towards giving charity when you are poor, as if you can bribe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for more wealth later on. That's not the idea of this given hadith, in this given context. Here the hadith is saying, before the time and the time of horror comes, before difficulty comes your way, before an ordeal comes your way like a dark night, before the situation comes wherein you are basically at a loss, whether it is socially, whether it is economically, or in whatever challenge that comes your way, before you go through that ordeal, appreciate that situation. In other words, appreciate your children and help them to go to that which is good. Appreciate your husband, appreciate your wife, appreciate your employer, appreciate your employee, appreciate your teachers, appreciate your professors, appreciate your students, appreciate your toddlers. Why? Because when you let go of this appreciation and an ordeal comes towards you, that's what the hadith says, بادروا بالأعمال الصالحة فتكون what? فتن. Before a time comes when you are massively challenged, before an ordeal is placed upon you that causes you to become blind in nature despite you having eyesight, before that ordeal comes upon you in which you are horrified regarding your given situation, the hadith says, before that moment sets in, before that challenge sets in, go towards good. And the hadith says, what type of challenge will this be? This challenge will be such, it will not be just like the layl, like a dark night. It will be like the dark night that is filled with tremendous amount of gloom. We can say adequately, before you are challenged to the point wherein such horror comes your way that it is as if you are going through a type of walking, living paralysis. The hadith thereafter continues by saying, when this situation comes, you will notice one thing. يصبح الرجل مؤمنا ويمسي كافرا. A human, an individual, will get up in the morning as a believer. They will say the kalima. When people look at this person, they will say, what a magnificent individual this person is. However, before the night comes, before Maghrib Salah comes, or before midnight comes, some may wish to say. In other words, before the night sets in, or before that night can even depart, that individual, out of desperation, out of the devastation and crisis that surrounds him or her, they will utter things that will take them out of the fold of Iman. They will utter things that will take them out of the fold of Islam. I'll give you a simple example. The challenge may come where you may lose something that you treasure, and you will say things like, "Ma'udhu billah, if Allah really loves me, then I would have not went through such and such situation in life." The person will make statements like, if Allah really loves us, then He will bestow children upon us. The person will make statements like, if Allah really exists, then He'll be able to see my horror and He won't put me through such horror. My dear respected Muslim brothers and sisters in Islam, when a person utters such phrases, that person dwindles their faith and sometimes goes onto the brink of kufr, if not kufr itself. Thereafter, the hadith, after saying, يُصْبِحُ الرَّجُلُ مُؤْمِنًا وَيُمْسِي كَافِرًا وَيُمْسِي مُؤْمِنًا وَيُصْبِحُ كَافِرًا, and sometimes it happens the opposite way, where the person will sort of set into the night as a Muslim, but get up in the morning as a kafir due to the challenges of the night, whether it may be the challenges of the nightlife, or whether it may be an argument that takes place between man and woman, which causes them to become despondent. Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, do not let such a situation overcome you, wherein you let go of your faith as a result of you not hastening towards good.
when you had the capacity to take part in it. يَبِيعُ دِينَهُ. The hadith thereafter says, بِعَرْضٍ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. The reason why all these things take place, why an individual self, which is his or her iman, is as a result of, to put it simply, أُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ اشْتَرَوُا الضَّلَالَةَ بِالْهُدَىٰ. They wish to purchase